Pinky's up.
Trouble for me.
What's going on, everyone? Happy Sunday morning. I'd say let's just call it the mulligan, guys. Let's go back to bed, everyone. I'm tired today. I slept good. I got no good excuses for being tired and whiny and stuff like that. But you know what? It's a holiday.
I ground weed. I fucking put water in my bong. We're doing this.
Oh. Well, like, you were just about, like, not ready 2 seconds ago, too, man. We could, like, go back to get bed, try again later, once everybody's got their shit together. Now getting coffee on.
Nah, we're already up. Let's fucking rock. Rock out with our stuffs out. Nah.
Our socks.
Socks out. Yeah, that's what you rock out with, right? Your socks out. But like in the way that like the Red Hot Chili Peppers did it, with them on your penis.
Helicopter.
Helicopter. So fucking happy Sunday morning, everybody.
Yeah, now that we got that out of the way, we want to get right to the food part or what?
I am in the kitchen.
Yeah, I seen you stirring up something. What do you got going on the go there? Hash browns or something?
Oh, no, I've just got the coffee going in the French press. Okay, Actually, you know what? So here's a bit of a situation I have going on. It's not an end of the world one by this French press isn't as good as my other one. Every time you put it on, it just, like, you see that? It'll puke shit out like that. And my other one didn't do that. But I cracked it when I was working in Quesnel, Joel Scott's town there. So I had to get this new one, and it's not very good. Now, people are saying, well, why the fuck are you using French presses when Noof got you the super bitchin' Cara brewer? And I'll show that one to you as well. I broke it.
You broke the one fucking Noof got you?
The handle fell off.
Ow!
So now it's really hot to touch. You need like a thick leather glove, like welding glove, so you can fucking just like handle that thing and fucking pour that out, right?
But I'm thinking down a little bit and man it. Just be like, you hear it sizzle, pour your coffee, drink it black. I mean, that's like what your dad would do, man shit,
Well, I do drink it black anyways, though. But what I'm thinking is I might like trying to take apart like what the fuck they call it, a wire hanger, and just kind of loop it kind of around there so it'll grab it and then twist it up enough that there'll be a handle, right, that you can kind of hold on to it. See where I'm going?
Yeah, bro. You could do like a wire twist and make it stiff enough around there to get yourself a nice little handle on that.
Yeah, because it's excellent for camping and stuff like that, and for like doing road trips like the kid and I did last weekend. It's fucking great to have for shit like that.
There you go. Look at the screen. Noob said get an AeroPress. He loves his. I don't know what that
I don't
is.
even know what that is.
We're gonna have to do some research.
You're throwing big words at me first thing in the morning. I'm getting confused.
Yeah. So I think it's funny. Me and the wife, when we started traveling, like neither of us are really like coffee people, but all of a sudden we have like a suitcase that now has like a whole coffee. Like we got to bring a coffee maker and like our specific fucking coffee because we're bitches and our so we now travel with a whole coffee suitcase and we're not even coffee. I don't get it,
dude. Well, I very much am a coffee person, and I always go traveling with my own shit. Too many times you get stuck in a hotel for work or whatever, and they don't have a coffee maker, or if they do, it's those they look like a tea bag with a fucking half a scoop of coffee grounds in it, where it's just watered down garbage. Like there's few ways that'll fuck up my morning faster than having a shit cup of coffee. I'd rather have no coffee at all, right? So to not be disappointed and get that good cup of coffee, I'm about as snobby with that as I am with my weed. We'll just put it that way. So yeah, I just bring my own shit with me, which means usually I'll have a French press or friggin', even coffee filters with me just in case, you do got a coffee maker at the hotel you're at, but you can, it's just self-reliant. It's better.
Right. Oh, so what you smoking on this morning?
I'll be smoking on some cream here in a minute. when I get around to it.
The cream, huh?
Yeah.
Was that a local grow? Was that wasn't yours? So that had to be a local grow, right?
Yeah, it's a local grow. She's been having that one for a while. The funny thing is, when she first started growing that around here, she's like, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one in BC that has it. And I'm like, do you know how fucking far reaching iRegenetics is at this point in time? Like, this is about 2 years ago. I'm like, nah, trust me, there's zero chance that you are the only person in British Columbia to be growing that strain. Especially when you'd go on his website and that strain was cheaper than anything else that he had. Whether he's trying to get rid of it or not, I don't know. But yeah, no, trust me, there's other. You're not the only one with that out there.
Oh, that thing looks fucking fancy, dude. Yeah, you might want to look that up, Caribou. That looks like convenient as fuck.
What?
That AeroPress thing.
Oh,
We
really?
put a link there in the chat. That thing actually looks pretty decent.
I gotta go click buttons.
Fuck, where'd my chat go? God damn it. There it is. I accidentally clicked on stuff.
All right.
Oh, G-Bay, what are you smoking on this morning, buddy?
Gotta go up to YouTube for that. Oh, you're on mute. GBA got hit by the nasty mute
There.
button.
I know it's the computer was glitching. No, no, I had some 44 dog this morning when I was downstairs, but I am upstairs now, and there's other family members and such around, so can't really be doing much.
So we're being good today. Well, once you get into your own and you get your day started, what is going to be your day starter this morning? You know, are you going to
You
go
know
down
what?
there and grab a handful of random and be like, "Woo, let's see what happens"?
That's it. There's too many to choose from. I get analysis paralysis when I go down there and try to pick what I want to smoke. I end up staring at everything, and then I just give up. I just smoke anything anyway. So I just whatever is closest, whatever gets grabbed first. And every once in a while, that's a mistake. Like I'll hit something, I'll be like, "Oh, okay,
Oops, that wasn't the one.
we're going to watch a TV show." Okay, I get it. And then some, yeah. So, but whatever, it's no big deal. I'm just into everything right now.
I think that's funny, man. We whipped up that, or I whipped up that Gypsy Juice cross, and Gypsy Juice was a pretty fucking uppity, zippy strain. But when you hit it with the Black Forest, we thought it'd be all like fucking, you know, like a mild, but that motherfucker can put you like right to sleep. I was like, woo. So it's got this weird, like it wants that you want to feel like a sativa, like in like the taste and everything, but then that motherfucker just puts you down. So I kind of enjoy that. It's funny.
This one's for the major. I was smoking some of my autoflower yesterday, and it really gets you high. I'm not even joking. Like I was wondering why I was feeling like I'm like, whoa, man, like I'm fucking spinning in my head. I was just thinking, oh, I'm into coffee. I mean, all the whatever. Put no note to it. A couple minutes later, whatever, I roll up again. Same stuff. I know what it is. Fucking hit it. Fucking. I'm like, this shit's good. You guys might have tried it. It was that one little jar I had. That tiny little jar, real dark purpley, fucking real nice looking nug. Ghost OG is what it is. Ghost OG autoflower. Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah, man. I think we smoked that like the day that, the evening I got there, like the night your old man's band was playing. I think we were getting to the end of that. I think, right?
Yeah. It was. It didn't get used much. Maybe the auto connotation on it was keeping everyone away, but I didn't mind. I still had a lot left in that jar. Like the majority of it's still there. When,
maybe not the one I was thinking of then.
you guys are digging in there. Yeah. But yeah, it was good nonetheless. It was nice to recognize that and actually have a bud that I could grab and know it's going to spin me out a little bit for a minute. So.
Yeah.
But it's not. I know that type of buzz is not like everyone's game where your brain, like your head's active and it's like, oh shit. Gotta watch for that. Keep believing, brother. The jar was still full. Fucking.
Hey, Major, what did you do with those autos that you got? I know they touched your skin, and now like you probably got to get some some medical treatment because you had like auto burn in your pocket. But how you feeling about that?
like he's been assaulted.
Autos have penetrated his personal space. So I've got some major news going down at the G-Bay residence here. We're going to have some new occupants of this house. My family members, my mother and father, will be moving into my house. So I will be moving into my grow space. I'll be coming out of that master bedroom and moving into the basement, into the grow space. So I'm not going to be that guy that lives inside his 4x8. But we got to strip it down and reconfigure where my grow is going to take place indoors, if at all. That's a tight one, you know what I mean? That occupies major square footage of this house that now needs to be occupied by someone. I'm a little concerned, but I've also already spied out spots for the 4x can fit there and the 4x8 might fit in there. You know, so I don't think I'll bring it to 0. We're gonna have to figure that.
Yeah, I was wondering the same. If maybe you were going to think about bringing it down to 0, or to make, you're gonna have that harvest, right? We've talked about your outdoors. You kind of usually you grow more like a sole outdoor grower. You got all your outdoor, and you just kind of dick around, and if anything indoors is good,
Exactly.
Maybe it won't be a bad thing when you think about it. Just shrink down that indoor a little bit, keep it a little tighter, a little more easily manageable.
Yeah. I've been kind of on the failing end of indoor for a fucking good while now, and it's frustrating because when a garden goes south indoors, it's not as easy to cure it as it is outdoors. Outdoors, there's so many factors at play for your benefit and against you, but generally, an outdoor situation, once you treat it, it kind of will return to, the homeostasis. It'll go back to like 0. You know what I mean? Where indoors, you're in control of everything. If you don't do it right, it doesn't get right. So I'm no good at it. I've been trying. I think maybe if I even just rock the 2x3 with one plant in there, autos. And pull an ounce or 2 every couple months just for different flavors and stuff. Because if all goes well, this outdoor this year is going to be good. I'm not out there today because the wind is high, so it'll be.
It was looking very promising.
Yeah, is that the Thunder Dan saying indoor gardens will tell on your gardening practices way back? That's what I'm getting at. Yeah, I suck at gardening. I need Mother Nature to hold my hand. And when she doesn't, shit happens. I get bugs and fucking septoria, all this other shit.
No. Sorry, man. We're all better at certain things than others, right? Everyone has the things that they excel at, the things that they're not so good at. You're just fucking killer outdoor grower. We all stumble and stuff like that. I was just saying this to a friend of mine yesterday, right? I'm kind of hopefully coming out of that stumbling end thing where it just seemed like everything I did indoors wasn't quite the right thing to be doing. So hopefully this is but I think I figured out what I'm going to do with those Liliths from Blackbird Preservations. I think I'm going to step over to some hydroponic newts for those, because I'm going to try and do them in maybe 2-gallon pots if possible, because I find I can rock and roll 2 to 3 gallon pots. I use the little black coaster trays that they sit in, and I just tell the old lady every time it dries out, put water in it. That seems to be the most successful thing we can do. And I just want to keep them as healthy as possible, because these plants have been struggling since about a week after I germinate them. You all have been hearing me talk about how I've been stress testing them, and they're kind of just getting to a good place now where they're looking decent. So I figure there's about I want to say about 8 solo cups worth of plants in there. One, which is just this, it looks like a pom-pom right off the top. Like it just doesn't want to grow and get vertical at all. It just looks like a little pom-pom sitting at the top of a stick, really. That one might end up getting chucked out, but like I said, it's just easy. Innovating plant products. I'm a big fan of that hydroponic line. Used it for years, so I still got a bunch of other 3-part bottle solution kicking around in the back there. Drag it out, see what's up.
Yeah, I see J5's comment here saying I might be the only guy that's ever gotten Septoria indoors. We never did like.
No. You gotta read that better. The only one to get it indoors and not outdoors.
Yes. There's one plant outdoors that's in a pot that was acting all funky, but it was also planted in with my beans. So I don't know if it's something to do with that. But anyways, it didn't really nail it down to being Septoria. It looks just like it, but whatever, right? But I also planted a new round of everything I didn't use that soil that had that was in my tote that had that weird looking bit of mold on it or whatever. I never ended up using that because I was just I was a skeptic of you doing it. So I just used regular Pro Mix, but everything went the same way. But it wasn't like, I don't know. It's like somebody doesn't want me to garden indoors right now because I started out with inert Pro Mix like I would any seed or anything, and using mild dose of fish poop a little bit. And yeah, everything's just looking like crap. I'm like, and then with this moving situation coming up in a month or two, I might just fucking hack them down. Because I got to move 2 adults into this house. I got to rearrange that living space down there the grow space into a living space. Do I have time to run an indoor while I harvest a 10 plant medical outdoor grow?
I mean, it would really depend on whether or not you had your indoor controlled, and that seems to be the issue. Is right. You're running yourself too thin on that end, and the indoor.
I'm not going to be able to pull the indoors this year. Usually, I just say fuck everybody, and I just put it inside in my basement, and everyone gets to stink like weed for 2 weeks. Not going to be able to pull that this year. So I don't even know what's going to happen. Like I don't have a dry space really right now. It stinks. So I'm like, oh, fuck. But worst case scenario, I get myself.
Are you able to leave your big tent set up and like do a carbon filter so you're scrubbing the air so your house doesn't smell like weed?
Yeah, it's probably what I'm going to do. But
because we can't have you fucking like, because we've seen you with the moisture issues and stuff come near harvest time, and that would just be a heartbreaker for not just you, for everybody watching.
Yeah.
If all of a sudden you had to chuck out like any more than you normally do as it is, like you said, if you're gonna grow fucking 10 pounds, you're gonna fucking get 8 of it, right? Because you do the 20% for the gods or whatever your percentage is. We need to maximize and bring it all on home for you.
Yeah, there you go. Stuff a bounty sheep between my ass cheeks and get to her.
There we go. Lots.
No, I won't let anything bad happen. Worst case scenario, I'll get yelled at for a few weeks over anything. I'm not doing it. I'm not saying this because I've been told. I'm just saying this because I want to be a nice person.
Respectful to your folks. That's
not ruin everyone's life, dude.
But see, dude, this is the case so perfect. Remember when you used to get bitched at for smoking weed, and your parents are like, "Not in my house." You'd be like, "Guess what? In my house,
this is what happens.
We grow the shit."
Yeah, in my house, weed is here, motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah. It's funny you mentioned that.
Learn to love it or leave it.
Funny you mentioned that because when I lived in Calgary, I had my parents come out and visit me, and I just made a joke when they popped by and they got to the door and they were coming up the stairs. Like, now listen, there's just a few house rules, you got to be home by fucking midnight. Blah blah. My house now, folks. My rules. It's funny though. My dad, like he's a rocker, right? So he literally brought part of his PA system in the van when they drove out west, and his guitars and stuff. Because one of my roommates, was whatever, intermingle fucking small town bullshit. But one of my roommates was a lead singer in a group he was in at a point.
Huh.
So when he showed up at my house, he had the lead singer from his band from previous. So 2 little elite speakers go up, a pedal board goes down, 2 or 3 mic stands come out, cops get called. I'm like, way to go, Dad. Fucking my first apartment on my own out west here. You're getting the police over here? Yeah, thanks, buddy. He's just laughing. He's like, what are you doing?
That's the best when your dad gets you in trouble and then just laughs about it like, fuck you.
Oh, yeah. He walked in, threw a big sack at my buddy. He's like, you know what to do? Roll that up. Let's go. Okay.
Right?
Here's a beanie.
He's on vacation. He's having fun. I have never seen this side of him before.
I remember one time there's me and my probably late teens, early 20s, me and my old man decided to tie one on out at their place. We got the fire going outside. And we get to the point where we're looking for shit to throw on the fire just to see what happens. My mom had gone to the garbage dump and to their swap shed there and found old used toilets that people would just drop off the share shed. Like somebody wants to pick it up and use an old toilet. Apparently they do though, because my mom brings 2 of them home, uses them as planters for her flowers and shit like that. And at some point in time, me and my dad were fucking drunk and hanging out by the fire. We look at these toilets going, fuck, let's throw that on the fire. See if it burns. Porcelain, right? Makes sense. They throw those toilets on the fire. Well, they fucking explode. Not like a big kaboom, but it's like start pinging and chunks of porcelain go flying. Just like ping, 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 ping. It was fucking cool. And then from there, we're like, well, the toilets were amazing. What else can we throw on the fire? It was very quiet the next morning when we got up and my mom saw what we did. It was like the only time me and the old man ever gotten shit together. And it's still one of my happiest moments.
You threw all their garden shit in the fire?
Just the toilets.
Okay. I thought it was like you went more.
Well, we did, because I remember there was stupid shit like this, when the very first CD player that they ever bought, the big fucking stereo fucking one, it stopped working at some point in time. So instead of throwing it out, let's throw it in the shed like we're going to use it again one day or something. And so shit like that started hitting the fire, right? Because me and my dad, like I said, we're loaded and hey, the toilets were fucking cool. Maybe this CD player will be, it wasn't. Yeah, but what was cool was watching mom lose her shit the next day.
Yeah.
It's the good old days.
Never been fucking rocked like that with the old man. Probably a good thing. Me and him probably end up fucking fist fighting. So
my dad's a non-drinker. He's against the booze. Always has been. So never bad. We get pretty fucking slanted-eyed. Yeah.
Booze runs in my family a little too hard, unfortunately.
On the one side, it did. Like my mom's side, all the males were alcoholics. That's why I was a prime candidate. I overcame it early, though, earlier than most. So that's good.
I look at
my mom was into the booze big time.
Both my sisters are fucking just ridiculous alcoholics. One a little bit more than the other. The one's kind of a little bit more into meth and other shit as well. But it's just a sad state of affairs. And it's at the point where my mom actually hardly ever drinks anymore. She used to be pretty, not a raging alcoholic, but there's always beer in the house and shit like that. And now it's at the point where she's just damn near done drinking. And my dad is just that fucking funny, cute old guy where he's just like, he tries, when dad decides he's going to tie one on, he tries to act like he's, I don't know, like 25 or whatever, and really tie one on. Out comes the tequila kind of shit, and then you kind of just look at the time and go, okay, tequila's out, dad's in bed, less than an hour, guaranteed.
Less than an hour, huh?
It just gets really loud and then it drops off.
Well, it's funny because it's like you see the party build, the anticipation, and all that, and all of a sudden the old man's fucking off to bed, and everyone's like, "Hey, as you were." He's not a good partier. He thinks he is.
See, I think the thing is, like all of us, he used to be, and he he's like in late life trying to bring it back again, where we're all like, man, fuck that. We just got out of it. Like, fucking calm down. And he's all like, man, let's get back to partying. And he's like, woo.
Nah, he's never had the tolerance though. That's the thing. Whereas the alcohol tolerance definitely comes from my mom's side of the family, because like my brother, myself, my oldest sister can all pack it in like just ridiculous amounts of alcohol and just, you know, be blackout drunk and keep on cruising through the night sort of thing. And it's, yeah, very, very,
I'll tell you what,
strange.
I wish I had like my brother's fucking weed tolerance, because every time I give that motherfucker like my weed, I see that dude take like 3 hits and just be absolutely like high school high, like all the fucking time. And like no matter what he does, it's like he is just baked like he was in high school. And I'm like, man, you suck, dude.
That was like me on that smoking that shit yesterday. I don't know what it was, man. I got fucking high.
That was me when I first started smoking weed again after all those years and not. I was like your 2-hit champion for a long time. Where you light up a joint, take 2 hits, put it off, put it out. Think of how many fucking 2 hits you get off of a joint. It was awesome. And like the ex-girl or ex-wife, she wouldn't even finish a joint with me for the longest time. She was even lighter than that.
I like it, honestly. Like, I'm a little apprehensive of hanging out with so many weed heads sometimes, because I'm pretty light. I'd like to have a hit of each one and all that, right? But like going to these events sometimes, and it's like you can't fucking catch a break, man. You pass a joint, you turn around, there's 2 more trying to be handed to you. You're like, holy fuck, okay, oh, fuck. Oh shit, okay, fuck. Not really complaining, but it's
just think of it about like wading into a rumble back in the early days when we were younger, right? Just put your head down and just start fucking swinging. Instead of just swinging, you're grabbing joints. Eye of the tiger, G-Bay. Eye of the tiger, brother.
I had to really that's like the problem with when we had our little get together at my house, it was such a small group of people that you couldn't get it. Like there was no getting away. Like, you know, there was just fucking joints going everywhere. Like, there was no secondary place to go hide or anything. It'd find you.
Attaboy, Hoobie. Cheers, brother.
Yeah, I was just putting that one up too.
Yeah, it's like the fucking, you think you're tough, eh? If you want to think you can smoke, you got to go smoke a booth camp. If you can do that, then yeah. Fucking dog hair in my beard. Even Willie Nelson would have a hard time keeping up a booth camp. I don't know, man. I don't even know.
You ain't been to South, buddy. Booth South is a fucking thing in all itself. And I mean, we enjoyed a lot of really good weed up there at your place, buddy, but this is a whole different thing.
Send me pictures. I want to see it.
Oh, you don't watch like the opening video and things like that?
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
You see stats.
This year be different, just take some pictures for me this year, okay?
All right, we'll get you.
There you go.
I gotta remember to do that anyway. Fucking, we gotta get good fucking content for the goddamn show.
Yeah, that's what I kept saying. Everyone, I know we're all ripped and gapped and laughing and shit, but somebody somewhere, pull a phone out and take a fucking picture or two. A caribou's gonna have my head.
I'm at the point where I just don't care anymore. Stop asking. It's people don't. You're out there having fun, right? You're living in the now. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but
that's always the problem I have is I'm in there and I'm like, right, I'm enjoying this shit. I don't want to fucking remember it on my phone fucking 3 weeks from now. I want to fucking be in it now.
Well, my big idea was a social media person next year. Someone who's just, your job is to fucking get pictures and interview.
To do it, right.
Yeah.
Right, that's the thing we got to try to remember. You know, we're trying to build and grow this as a channel and as a community. That means we got to be the fucking social media people, and that means getting a goddamn phone up and doing some videos and some pictures.
Yes.
It's like counterintuitive to everything we used to do back in the day as fucking growers. Like, it's like, nah, I ain't taking a picture of this shit. You ain't gonna catch a fucking camera, like a phone, and you ain't gonna get no incriminating evidence. Now I'm like, fuck it. Look, it's right back there. Got it. So, you know, it's getting out of some of the mentalities and trying to fucking grow it. So
I see Frugal saying,
oh yeah, it's gonna happen, Big Word. I remembered today. I haven't picked it out yet, but it's right fucking over there. I actually remembered.
Frugal saying to strap a GoPro on your chest, call it a day. Well, after testing the one out that I had strapped to the tree for many hours. Well, that wouldn't be too bad of an idea.
You know what? I literally thought the idea for this Boo Fest was getting like a pair of those like fucking glasses that got the camera in it just to fucking walk around and you wouldn't have to worry about it. But I have like serious like digital storage anxiety, and I would fucking record for days and I would look at that and I'd be like, holy fuck. Like, where am I going to put all that content? What am I going to do with that? And then I'd fucking freak the hell out about it.
And then it sits and then yeah.
Right, and then it'd sit in one big ass file that I'd fucking forget about forever until fucking Caribou was like, dude, didn't you record like literally the whole thing? And I'd be like, yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of do the editing before I do the recording. I'm like, yeah, I'm not putting that on it. Saves in the end. Yeah, I'm really sad about my indoor garden. I think I might just pull the plug because I only really started it up because there was some really nice clones left here. And I was like, oh, well, let's not just throw those in the trash.
Right.
But my future was unknown at the time, and now it's known, and those two things may not work together.
Now you got a thing, man.
Decisions need to be made. I'm not that butthurt about it. Only thing I'm really sad about is obviously the strains that I'll have to just call because, well, whatever. But Magpie said he's got them. I can re-up those when I'm ready. And 3 seeds that I would have burnt of Adam's gear. The Trop, what is it? The fucking Trop Cherry times.
Bahama Mama?
Yeah, that's it. The Bahama Mama times Trop Cherry.
Yeah.
So I'll be a little pissed about those 3.
But yeah, you know what? It's rosin, man. I am sure he might have a ton more of those, but if not, that was one that he sent me because I was super stoked about like that cross, like the Trop Cherry crosses. So I have a bunch of those that I can absolutely get sent back your way. So
I can replace those 3 if I need. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And the rest is stuff I've ran before, and it's like the only thing I kind of want to keep alive is one from a friend of mine. It's an animal times garlic, and they don't have any. It was they did a reversal. It didn't really work. They only got 1 seed. They nurtured the plant to life. I got sent a cut of it. They had to shut their garden down. I had ended up cloning it, so they're like, "Hey, you have a clone only thing going on there, and that's the only one left." And it's really unique. And I'm like, oh, well, we can't kill this one.
There's 2 ways to look at it. There's either you could keep doing the solid friend thing and doing the best you can to keep that one plant alive. Like I said, you might have the ability for a smaller tent or whatever in the corner or whatever. We'll see once you get your situation, move down there and see what you're actually looking at for space. Or just, you know what, you've done the best you can and it's time to move on. Sorry, guys, I kept it alive because you've had that cut around for a while now. It's been a while since they've shut down and you've been keeping this thing along. And it's like, well, do you want it or not? Right? You know, like so you're not being rude in that at all. It's just you got to do what you've got to do.
Oh, they've said to me 100 times too, like, don't stress over it. Like, we appreciate what you're doing, but like, chill out. You know, like, so it's all on my hands. It is. I was just kind of hold on to it at first. Like, can I be perpetual with a strain? Like, am I at least responsible in my garden enough to keep a certain genetic going? Because if you want to do any of this type of breeding and dabbling in that, you have to be proficient in propagation and just keeping plants alive and carrying them on for multiple generations.
And if you were willing and like you wanted to just bring it down to one plant, just keep that one plant going, you'd be fairly easy because now you're eliminating a whole bunch of the confusion of like, you know, you're not mixing anything up. Maybe you know how it is when we play the solo cup game. Is that one the animal cookies or is that one the garlic? You know, like it's yeah, it's
I think
or
that's
but
where
once
I
again,
was-
do you want to be doing that with this one plant? Would you rather, if you were going to do one plant, would you rather be doing it with something different? Or, you know, like you've got scenarios and you're running them all through your head right now. We can tell.
Well, and it's like, you know, I don't know. It's just, yeah. I phoned someone the other day that came and got some cuts a couple weeks ago, and I said, "Hey, I got an opportunity for you. You want any of this? It's all rooted. Some of it's in soil, you know." And okay, I'll be by. Well, that was days ago.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't want to just call the garden, but yeah, sometimes you have to do it and just do a hard reset, right? I'm kind of hard resetting every other fucking dusty corner of my life right now, so I might as well.
I'm just coming out of my hard reset right now, dude. I think next week I might be able to flip that Hawaiian snow, which I'm pretty fucking excited for that. Which if it's a 12 weeker, which is legit, but it is better at 14, you know, that'll put me right at about Christmas time where I'll finally have some smoke, which is an exciting thought for sure.
Mm-hmm. See, I'm trying to think, like, it's hard because, like, in my position, I own a home and I wouldn't mind having, like, a normal layout of the house, you know, proper living room and all that. Well, that's just not going to be for the next little while. So I've got to configure a smaller space into my living space. I can't really intrude my hobbies and stuff into the rest of the house now. Like, even this may have to disappear. That's kind of sad.
Fuck yeah, Major.
What's he saying? Fuck. Hey, you know, whatever, man. Time is money, man. If you're going to invest some in helping someone out, yeah, a few bucks wouldn't hurt. But no, I'm not going to worry too much. But we got to move on to the big pile of seeds that we're all making and running around here, right? So if I just sit there and keep gathering seeds but running clones, like I'm not really doing anything.
Well, that's kind of one of the things I went when it was not one of the intended consequences necessarily of shutting everything down and restart when I did, but the good side to that, one of the silver linings, is all new gear. I've ran the Hawaiian Snow before, but this is going to be a different seed, hopefully not too different of a pheno. But it's exciting to kind of get through some of this stuff that you've been looking at and wanting to run for a while. So,
yeah, it does, honestly. Gives you that opportunity to start the new stuff. But it's just going to be hard to stay because with the floor space down there, just once the bedroom and stuff is established, it's going to be hard to. I'm going to have to figure out where the tents go. But someone was saying, I didn't say exactly you said it, but big word. You can grow autos without a tent. Just let them grow. A couple ambient plants just chilling in the room like house plants, man.
Oh yeah.
Well,
That'd be the best. It's just you do that just like one on your plant wall, like every fucking cycle, right? You just got one spot for an auto to just grow and watch it grow. Right there on the plant wall, man. Put it right under the light, right over there on your left shoulder.
The problem with that though is you'd be smoking more dog hair than red hair. That's why I haven't. I always thought about it, but I'm like, no, because I've seen people before keep their mothers as house plants, basically. Super spindly and kind of shitty, but they just hang out like a palm would in your living room, right? And then they just grow super small. But when you take the cut, you get it rooted, and then you put it under the. This was back in the HPS and shit days. So once they get under all that stuff and get going, they just turn into big healthy plants. But
that's what I got going on here. This is our indoor garden area. That's just really a tent with 4x4 tent without, right? You could easily keep a mother under there.
Oh yeah,
sort of thing. So look, see my avocado trees.
Oh, they're starting. Oh
hell
yeah, brother.
You gonna tie them in knots and shit and do that whole thing? Have a little fun with them.
I'm thinking about it. I don't know. for right now, I'm just excited that we actually got these going and they're decent size. You see these fucked up leaves down here by my thumb. They had a rough start to their lives. That was actually at about the same time that I fucked up those Lilith from Blackbird. But I still got those, still got these, and they're looking happier. They're going to need a nut pot maybe later today. I think that's what today is just going to be a gardening day for me and getting caught up in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got to my flower tent. I got to get in there, do a little work too. I got in there and we like yo-yoed up the big granddaddy black who was wanting to flop around. I know I said that thing was looking like it was growing an airy bud, but as I was putting the yo-yos on it, I realized that motherfucker is thick as shit. Like that thing is dense as all get out. Like that is just going to be a giant buds on that plant. Didn't get a lot of branching. I'm really enjoying the grow on it. Terps are coming off like a little piney, little hazy. Probably more towards the hazy now. So we'll see what it ends up like actually smelling like. And then see if maybe I can do some work with it. Cause I don't know, man. I'm on it. I really enjoy the structure. Really enjoy the growth. Obviously, the bud size on it's crazy. Oh fuck! I totally forgot about the crack. I don't know if we're doing that this year, Hoobie. We'll see. Where's that? Oh yeah. So growing that out, like maybe for like, if I could kind of tone down that haziness, add a little bit of like the Black Forest terps or something to it, and just kind of bring that structure into the Black Forest or one of the crosses. That would be fucking bitching, because I could really increase the bud size on Black Forest, and I wouldn't be mad about that at all. So we'll see. We're going to keep it around. We're going to see what the actual effects are. The clones take and grow great. I mean, they could already be fucking flipped. The clones that I took off of those plants, just doing fantastic. So growth wise, it really checks a lot of freaking boxes. So, but we'll see. I mean, I got some other ones that I'm looking into. We got to get them in, get them flowered out. Let me go see where we are as to what the fuck. There it is. As to how much longer I have on it, because I'm sure we'll go by and check them out here in a little bit. Yeah, we're day 60 on the Hawaiian and the Black Forest, so they have only got like another week and a half, and maybe even another couple days. So, oh hell yeah, heart and soul. So we'll go over check. So that's 60 days. So they're about to be out. So, I'll be able to get that Long Valley in there, get it flipped, check it out. I'll be able to possibly check out that male, see what the hell it's all about, because I'm really curious if that, I was going to throw that outdoors. I'm going to do that soon. I wanted to keep it small, though, just kind of get it flipped. And I don't know if, everything's flowering real nice and good. So I might just take that one out, catch some pollen off it after I see how it flowers, if it checks any boxes. But I mean, growth wise, I'm really liking that one. But yeah, so it'd be nice to get those two bigger ones out, because I want to put smaller, like 1 gallon testers in there. I keep telling myself that, and then I put fucking 5 gallon buckets in there, and I'm like, God damn it. It took up so much space. My canopy's big, so I need to tone that down, and so that's how I'm kind of keeping everything a little pissy in the 1 gallons, and we're gonna flower them out that way and just get the space right, so I can continue the space in the right manner. You know what I mean?
I would like to do 1 gallons with those Liliths, but every time I do 1 gallons, I seem to fuck them up. They're too small; they dry out too quick. Whereas if I up it to at least a 2 gallon, I get pretty good chances I'm not going to entirely fuck it up.
Yeah. We're getting close to around like 9 o'clock. Seems like the viewer numbers are going to go up a little bit from here. So the giveaway this week for Sunday, thank you fucking Noob, is going to be the Thug Rose number 8 by Mandarin Cookies. We're going to give, fucking background. So Thug Rose number 8 by Mandarin Cookies from Ethos. And then I am going to throw in we'll throw in a 10-pack of Luna Negra to go with it. So the Spanish Moon by Black Forest.
Nice.
So what do you want to do that right at the top of the hour? We'll start taking stuff for that.
Beans is the word right now.
Beans. All right.
Yeah. Nice and easy. It's early in the morning.
So Rusty, I've come across that in two different ways. I've had some of theirs that cure out and hold forever, and some of them that very quickly seem to like kind of go a little almost that old yeasty type thing. They hold it, but generally I've had decent luck with the Ethos genetics, so I'm not mad at it, man. Good solid grower when you're in need of something to just fucking go ahead and work in your garden. They fucking work. So
the Grape Diamonds is one of my favorite things I've ever grown, and I was an Ethos.
Yeah, it was what I do, the Cherry Garcia. I believe that's Ethos.
Yeah, lots of people had a lot of good luck with.
Wanted to try that. I've always wanted to try that. It's got a badass name, you know. The Cherry Garcia ice cream from Ben & Jerry's is fucking wicked, you know. Like, it's just, I'm not even a Grateful Dead fan, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta try that shit, you know.
I do enjoy like fucking we saw a bunch of people grow out that Cherry Garcia. I've got that one sitting here. It needs to get popped soon because I am on that lookout for that cherry. You know what I mean? The cherry that I'm looking for. And it's hard pressed, but I have heard that is one that really can get the fucking job done. So
yeah, you see in chat your barefoot saying it was delicious. I didn't get to smoke much of it. You know, she got most of it, but it was delicious. real tight, real like really good growth structure on it, and it just had like a funk to it. It didn't smell or taste like anything else we had it in the jars at the time. So it was really an attractive smoke at the time. Just really good. Put it in a paper, roll it up, and you got flavor almost through the whole joint too. So that's a big deal.
I enjoy the fucking consistency of his genetics. It's like, you know what, if you see a picture, if you see somebody who was growing that shit, you pretty much you're gonna know that's what you're getting out of that genetic, you know. At least that's what I have had my experience out of it, you know. So that's why I'm excited. I've seen some great grows. When we did the cannabis giveaway, do you remember that whole thing that we were kind of doing? Opie was doing on that we started through out of here. I believe that the Cherry Garcia was one of was that second place in that competition. That it was a fucking gorgeous plant. Anyway, but right, I've seen tons of great ones. So. And I know other people like you who have grown the Grape Diamonds who just absolutely, you know, it was a killer plant. Great. So, yep. I think it's great. I think they throw out a quality genetic, man. I ain't mad at them one bit.
Yeah.
No, I'm a fan. Still sitting on a few other things. I was just looking at, and it's something Noob sent me too. Is it Grandpa's Stash? Ethos Cookies by Grandpa's Stash, I think. And I'm like, first of all, the Grandpa's Stash is a wicked name. Like, that's all, just about enough to fucking run that as it is. But given my space issues, I might. I was thinking about giving those to the lady that will brew the cream that I'm smoking now, because if I give her seeds and she grows them out, that means I'll get to try it out at some point in time, which is always awesome. Cheers, Julie. I see you there. Can't wait to hang out with you this Tuesday night. It's going to be a hell of a time, ladies and gentlemen. We do at 420 Green Goddess. Green's Goddess. So many Green Goddesses, I get them all confused. So my apologies there. But anyways, Julie is going to come hang out with us, and we're going to talk some CBD cannabis.
You know what? I'm actually getting ready. I've been saving these two packs here from her goddamn background thing. Her living euphoric.
Okay.
And going to be making some CBD tincture, mixing it with a little bit of the higher CBD stuff that I grew, but I didn't quite grow enough to make a good batch. And I kind of was keeping that plant small. So I've been keeping these back so I can make a good, this is a nighttime CBD that we normally make, or tinctures that I hand out to people and things. So the past 2 that I have made, I've been using her flower and they have turned out fucking phenomenal. So I think at this point, I think much like Rasufa has been doing, I don't even know if I'll, for my personal tinctures, I think I may just end up buying from her rather than, growing my own. That way I can keep kind of my high test medical over here and get a quality ass product that I'm happy with. So
that's a good idea.
That's
how many growers are they? If you had more grow space, sure, maybe you'd be a little bit more willing to run some CBD dominant type stuff. But it's because we're limited for space. It's hard to justify doing that. Now, if you've got a badass hookup like you living euphoric that you can get a hold of and they can send you something in the mail potentially, hell yes. Absolutely. And at a good price to boot, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. You can't beat it. And I had someone not too long ago. I was scrolling through the Ye Old Instagram and they were asking for where's a quality smokable hemp that I can find? And I have no bones about, fucking sending that link right out to somebody. You're looking for quality fucking hemp, Miss Julie is fucking doing it right. So good job. Good fucking job.
That's it. I see that Ice and I was shouting out the grape hoolie. That's the one in the garden that I haven't tried. Or the Bama Lambs too, but this grape hoolie, I'm a fruit flavored guy. That's my main. I love that kind of stuff. So I'm really excited for that. And it was one of those plants that had a natural structure of openness. Very little work needed to be done on this plant outdoors. And when you're up into multiple plants outdoors, that's a blessing. Your weight is going to be a little down because, you just don't have the actual biomass to hold that amount of flower. But, just grow another plant. And then, when you don't have to get in there and physically remove, the Mendo breath, it's like a cactus, man. It just grows thick and stout. And if you don't get in there and clean it out, it literally will just rot on you, especially in my environment anyways. But that grape hoolie's got such a wicked structure. And same with the Banana Daddy Black Widow cross. It's a little more bushy, but it's got an open enough structure where I can prune it by hand by just walking around it a few times. And yeah, I'm excited, man. I want to smoke some of that grape hoolie. Come on, November. But you know what? The funny part is I have 2 new trimmers this year.
Putting them to work, right?
No, they're old and lazy. They ain't going to do a good job. No, I'll probably recruit Barefoot again if she's down for it. She's
a less than stellar job is probably still better than having to do it yourself.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They can be my preliminary. They can be the buckers. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it staggers itself a little bit. I like doing most of it myself, honestly. Or some people, as long as I can trust the person. That's
So I watched No Holds Barred last night. That Hulk Hogan movie with Zeus.
Fuck Dude, I laughed so hard when I saw that text this morning. I was like, fucking love that movie. It's years.
Does this ever happen to you guys where you'll think of a movie or maybe a song or something, but I'm speaking specifically about movies, and then within a week or two, all of a sudden it's on TV or something like that? It's usually a lot quicker now that we got Netflix and shit like that. But it was because I was thinking about that movie either yesterday morning or the day before or something like that. And I'm sitting here bored as shit last night trying to fucking, like, I was drinking coffee late and I'm fucking wired. So I know I'm not going to bed anytime soon. Kind of like, okay, I need to watch something. And I'm flipping through Tubi, which is, in my opinion, the best movie streaming app out there, even though it's got commercials in it. And it's, you know, I find no holds barred. I'm like, this is fucking awesome. So yeah, I totally watched the shit out of that.
I kind of want to. It made me think about an old movie that I wanted to kind of go back and watch, and that was Universal Soldier for some reason.
Yes. Okay, so the best part is, so when I was flipping through Tubi before I settled on that movie, I was noticing they had a bunch of Van Damme movies. They had Time Cop was in there, Bloodsport, of course, a bunch of the familiar old ones, but they had one of the Universal Soldiers where he comes back. Did not have that one though. I was like, damn, because I wanted to watch Hard to Kill, or no, sorry, Hard Target. I was kind of like had a, you know, where he had the fucking sweet ass mullet and shit. I was like had a, you know, I was like, let's watch that, and I couldn't find it on the streaming platforms, and I was like, I go to YouTube, where YouTube will let me rent it for like whatever, $5, that's $4 or whatever it was, which is. That's kind of funny to me. Like, I remember when you used to go to the movie store and rent movies back when we were kids, and it was a big deal. Usually, right? Maybe mom and dad let you get some pop and chips and all that, and everybody gets to pick one or two movies or shit like that. And like to be able to go on YouTube, and I'm sure there's other platforms as well, and be able to pick any movie that you want just about, and it's still $5, just like it was back fucking 20, 30 years ago. I'm pretty sure it was $5-ish a movie back then too, and be able to just, you know, flick on a movie and watch it. We were going to watch that second Twisters movie, Twisters, it's actually, I think it's what it's called, but they actually wanted like $25 to rent that fucking thing off of YouTube, and I'm like, no.
Dude, the wife rented a Fall Guy for her work, but then we watched it at home. Dude, Fall Guy was actually, the new of that movie was actually pretty fucking good. I was surprised. Like, it was pretty cheesy, you know, and I think obviously that was the point. It did have some of that cheesy humor, but I thought they fucking did a great job on that movie. And then that really struck me, remembering that was a fucking TV show back in the day that I used to watch.
Yeah.
And so I was like, holy fuck, I need to go back and remember that, because I do remember loving that fucking show back when I was a kid, but I can't remember it to save my fucking life.
It's funny. I could see like myself actually getting into renting and watching more movies now. Like, cause we have a ridiculous DVD Blu-ray collection over here, but it's all that shit's been watched so many times. There's a reason we don't go to those when we're looking for movies. But like another one that I just about watched there a week or two ago was Event Horizon. Do you guys remember that one? Where it's like outer space ship that's like haunted or whatever, and they fucking disappeared. Yeah, man. The first time I saw that, man, we were on mushrooms at my buddy Justin's place out in fucking Summit Lake, and by the time that movie was done, I was hiding underneath the fucking coffee table. Like, I just remember that. Like, it was a good fucking creepy movie. I like, that's another one where it's like, I haven't seen that in it's probably been less than 20 years, but, you know, probably more than 10. And it's like, I'll pay $5 to watch that movie again. Right. Just wait for the right time. That's the one when like the old ladies got to watch that one too. Maybe make the kid watch it and give her nightmares.
It's 9 o'clock. I'm going to bring this back out again just to talk about it, so that, what time are we actually going to fucking roll the giveaway? So we got the giveaway going. We have the Ethos Beans. It is the Thug Rose number 8 by Mandarin Cookies. And then I am throwing in a 10-pack of my Luna Negra to go along with it, which is the Spanish Moon by Black Forest.
We were all of that age group. We all had the CD books in our cars, eh?
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. Oh, I could go get mine right now. I just grabbed it the other day. I was like, that fucking thing's like this thick, full of, and then on top of that,
we're distracted with our phones.
DVD collection where I just have stacks of fucking DVDs in their cases still. Like, oh yeah.
Well, that's actually, so I've got one of those books that's full of fucking DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff like that, because the ex and I, when we were together, we had to downsize it, you know, like condense into the book so we don't have the huge wall of movies and stuff like that. Now, the cat at some point in time has decided to piss all over that CD book or the book of movies and shit like that. You got fucking crusty piss crystals on them, and I am just angry. So that book has been removed from the house, and I'll
get the drunk fire.
I'll probably have to go and like rip through it and see if there's anything in there that I actually absolutely, because I've got some stuff that's going to be really hard to find. You'll never be able to find again on DVD, and see if there's any of those in there that might just get fucking tossed.
But I had a fucking years and years and years ago. We went to just this random ass bookstore that had this random ass movie section in it, where just like they had this weird like a few fucking DVDs, right? And I go by there, and my favorite fucking movie of all time has been Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Right? It's just a fucking hilarious movie. I absolutely love the ridiculousness of it. And that was not a movie you could like find anywhere. Like back then, the internet was kind of being a thing, and it was like, you know, it was people were starting to sell shit, and you know, like it was really. But I could not find that. I found it in that fucking bookstore on DVD, and there was no way I was not buying it. Like I told my wife, I was like, I don't give a fuck how much they say this thing. If they say it's $150, I am buying it. We got it home, and like it was an import. So anytime I start the movie, I actually have to switch it over to English because that's not the dominant language that's on it. Because nobody in fucking the US fucking like that. But now that motherfucker's got such cult following, it's even got a fucking video game. You can go out and fucking play the clowns. Anyway, but right.
That's awesome.
That was one that I have, and it's like, right, it's my pride and joy fucking DVD. And if something happened to that, I think like I would lose my shit. And I haven't put it in the fucking DVD player, and I can't tell you how long, but I know right where it's at. I fucking point you right to it in the DVD case. Because every time I flip by, I'm like, there's my girl.
When nowadays when I end up buying movies, and it's been a long time, was it's usually like if I'm going through Walmart and I see like an old wrestling DVD, like maybe it's an old Royal Rumble, or it's like say all of the Ultimate Warrior's best matches, like or Razor Ramon or something like that. I can't pass that up. I gotta scoop that up. Or live DVDs is another one. If it's a band I like and I see a live concert DVD or even a documentary on them, I'll fucking scoop that in a heartbeat as well.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Got the beans in there. Got the beans right there. We're gonna fucking figure out who gets those, and I'll send them fucking out.
Hell yes.
I like it. Well, let's
Spread the bean edge.
That's what we got going on there, everyone. How much longer are we gonna let this run for?
1 more minute. Do it on 5. Type in beans, people. So you got the fucking Doug Rose number 8 by what the fuck was that? By the said it 100 times by the Mandarin Cookies. There you go. And then you get the 10-pack of My Luna Negra, which is the Spanish Moon by Black Forest. So beans. Type it.
Don't sleep. Seconds left. The countdown is on. It's the final countdown.
And here's what I fucking realized, man. You know what? Even if you don't need beans, fucking try to win these beans so you can give these beans to somebody else. Because somebody else in your life needs beans.
Truer statement has never been spoken. Actually, you know what? I got a really good candidate myself for some free beans. So my daughter's best friend, we go, Sir Hunalot, congratulations and cheers to you.
All right. So DM me on Instagram or fucking Discord. Just hit me up with your info so I can get shipped out to you, my man.
And I'd also like to point out that Syrian land race that he mentioned in the live chat sounds fucking awesome. Keep us informed of how that goes along.
I'm just glad I ain't got to open up fucking Big Words pack and put another fucking couple packs in that son of a bitch to hand to him. Winning ass son of a bitch.
You winning ass son of a bitch.
Homeboy's got horseshoes up his butt.
I like it when you in this community, like, you know, I'm kind of like not so much now, I'm a little busy, but I used to be like a show slut. I'd be all over watching I'd be in all the chats, man. And when you get to see, every once in a while, you see people get on a streak. It's like, the motherfucker just want to light some seeds, fucking all this other shit. It's like, yeah, man. Good on you. Good on you. Yeah.
Ooh.
Like, didn't Hoob win something?
Cheers, Fragrant. Thanks for that.
Nice. Didn't what, bud? What did you just ask?
It's already gone.
You said, didn't somebody win something? Who?
Hoob won a tent and shit, didn't he, like a month ago?
Was it a tent? I remember
He won a whole fucking
He won like the whole Roots Organics like line, I think.
Yeah, I love watching
I was curious to ask him how he was fucking enjoying that, because I don't mind that company and them. So
be happy for people being happy.
You said Repo, man, but you know what I like is fucking Men at Work. Probably my favorite fucking Emilio Estevez movie.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Dude, that was another one that I just about watched on Tubi there the other night, because that's like what I call like a good hangover movie, where, those days where you're just sitting laying on the couch and you ain't doing nothing, and just those cheesy fucking, usually in the 80s fucking movies where that was good.
I like that. I can feel it. Some
That's
good
the attitude, Rusty. That's
good
what you need,
quotes
man.
in fucking chat today, man.
Yeah.
That's what you need, man. Let the universe take you good spots.
Cheers, Ty. Cheers, grapes.
Yeah, for me, right, like those great fucking movies when you just want to, like the rainy day, sit on the couch, fucking cuddle with the old lady. We fucking Pauly Shore every goddamn time, no matter, it works. It's great to just forget about the day and just watch that ridiculous shit.
I actually thought we were going to go on a Pauly Shore freaking movie spree there just a few months ago, I think it was, because we started with, I'm pretty sure we watched Encino Man, and I was like, fuck yeah, this is going to go off, and, it'll be doing like Jury Duty before long and Son-in-Law, and it never happened. Biodome, another great movie. I heard they're actually making another Biodome, which is interesting as hell.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Hey, Ty, I'm not gonna fucking type this in, man. Are the effects you're getting off yours when you grow that out there are you getting more of a sativa-like effect, or is yours a more of an indica feel? I'm just curious, because like mine is a straight fucking put you in the couch. We figured that out. I love it. I was surprised by that, but I have had other people say their phenos aren't quite that aggressive. So, how are you guys feeling with that one out there? I'm glad to hear it's handling the heat too.
The outdoor bands.
He's got some of the Gypsy by Black Forest Cross going. He did some indoors. They were having it seems like he was having some pretty decent luck with it, enjoying it. Enough to keep a cut and try it outside. So he's running them outdoors right now, which I love, because they're in the fucking crazy heat out in crazy dry heat out in Vegas. If they can take that shit, that's a big positive. So.
Yeah. Yeah, we've transitioned to the cool nights up here. It's nice. Kind of kicks everything into overdrive.
Yep, frost will be any day now.
Pretty fucking well. Not for me,
it sucks. For us, it'll be any day. Not good. So I have to get out to mom and dad's and help see if we can put some temporary shelters over the plants that we do have up there to keep them alive for another 2 months.
Yeah, that's it. The 2 month stretch is coming up, man. This is it. We're into the flower state, which is awesome. I love when it happens, and I kind of say to myself, well, we've made it through the veg state, which is fairly easy to do outdoors. You know what I mean? It's not really a challenge, but
you're there.
It's nice to see when they all make it there with all their fucking everything they started out with. So.
I never did ask fucking Noob about his smoke report about the Gypsy juice. Fuck. Man, he had a beautiful one. Like that was the one that made me go, "Oh shit, maybe I need to look more into this fucking plant." and then I was like, "Oh, so fuck, yeah, man. How was that shit for you? You ain't got to tell me right now. You send me a message or something." But I love hearing, that, like you said, Caribou. I remember when I first started talking to you and hanging out here, and you really started getting your beans out into people in the U.S. and other people were testing your shit, and you were getting it back, and that fucking gleam in your eye like a kid on Christmas. Like I get it now,
dude. It's cool. It is the coolest shit. Man. When you start seeing your beans growing in other anywhere, right? It could be your best friend right next door to you. It is cool as shit. But when your reach starts like getting farther out there, and we had Australia, beans are growing in Australia now. Like that's literally the other side of the fucking planet. Like,
right?
Wow. Like it's cool. I like to see then watching you get excited about it, because it's like I've had the thought a few times. I'm like, is that what I was like? Because I think you just described it perfect. Just like a little kid, you're getting excited. I hope that's how I was when I started, because it's so cool. Everybody breed, share your seeds with friends, because you got friends on the other side of the world that will grow them for you, or even on the other side of your country. It's a lot of fun. It's really cool.
Yes. No, already. People can just cut that right out of your vocabulary for a couple more weeks and months.
I feel you, Ty. I've never found one that really fucking puts me down, but I found more like a downshift, fucking knock a gear down and fucking so. And that's I need that shit. Because I feel like maybe we have that same bouncy issue.
104. Ooh.
Damn.
Oh yeah, man. When I was just out there not so long ago, they've been in the fucking upper 100, like not upper hundreds, but over 100 for so fucking long out there. It's ridiculous.
That is nuts. We didn't hit it once. We hit the 90s. That's good enough for us.
Yeah, Ty, let that girl hit 75, 70, 75. You'll notice a big difference. You ain't even got to take it 75. Give it the extra 5 days. Take her into 70. You'll notice the difference.
Which cup is that, Clay? Is that just the
fucking Booth cup?
Booth South? Fuck, cool.
I'm curious about that one, because I think he's doing the Golden Goat by Dalton's Pond, right? And that's
my understanding. Yep. Yeah, that's what I've seen.
Very curious about that one.
I'm curious about that because you got two weird fucking smells. So it could get damn funky. So I think I'll wait for the smoke reports and see what the general consensus is on that one before that might be one of the next things I pop, just to go floating through that. So I got a shit ton of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Fuck yeah. I think you said you sent some my way, right? Or is going to next time you mail a package this way? Because that was one that I didn't fucking get. I
will go through and try and remember that we're having this conversation now. I'm looking at your box. So like I've shown you the shirt part of the shirt that I'm sending your way that I got you at the Static X show, because I feel like you deserve a shirt from a Static X show. Basically it started off as a box that was about that big. It was going to be beans in a shirt. Then there's other stuff that's been added to the box, and now it's a fucking box that's like.
You pulled a me, motherfucker, didn't you?
Yeah, pretty much, man. Like this is, so it's like, yeah, I'll go back through there and see. Okay, well, what is in there and shit like that. There'll be some Spider Girl F2s in there. I know that, which should be exciting.
Yeah, dude, I'm stoked about that because I'm out of the Spider Girls. I've either passed them on to people looking for fucking CBD, or the couple that I've grown out what I kept, and I loved it. That was what I made a lot of my tinctures with last round, and shit. So I'm a big fan. I think I've said that since I heard you were doing it and everything. So yeah, I'm stoked to get those fucking and then look through that, because then there's a lot more that I get to fucking look through in that F2 too. So we can knock down something. I've been looking for a good CBD keeper. One plant that I can just kind of perpetually run in kind of everything, right? Just keep her fucking rolling. And I'm really hoping to find something with that. Charlotte's Web's a great one. And cherry wine is another great one. And I'm looking, I know I've found shit in the Charlotte's Web that can get close to like that terp profile of the cherry wine. So I would love to get that and then continue that on with some of my work. Because
I've got a
the ultimate
5-pack of CBG seeds that's sitting there waiting for you too.
Fuck yeah.
That's been like, those have been basically had your name written on them sitting off to the side for, I think it's even a couple of years at this point, and then they just keep getting skipped when I send shit your way. But this time they're in there, they're waiting, ready to go. Thanks for that review on there, Thunder Dan. That's you're known very well as a solid pheno hunter. So for you to go growing through my shit, come out with that kind of reviews and calling it solid, I appreciate that. I sincerely do. I can't wait to see what everyone thinks of it at Booth Camp. Maybe I will be into that stuff a fair bit sooner than I thought. Hell yes, hell yes. Cheers, Jamie Blagden.
Yeah, what's up, Blagden?
Yeah, Big Word. I don't know if I've seen. I know you're growing that Purple Heart. I don't know if I ever saw that. I know that Jeff. I think he talked a lot about it. I think he teased that when he dropped that on our fucking show, didn't he? Well, I think Caribou froze. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, no, I think it was here when he first dropped that one.
Yeah, and all right, I was super stoked that he actually had something that he was doing, and then he did it for the veterans. That was fucking awesome. So, yeah, man, that's cool. I can't wait to. Are you bringing some of that with you, Big Word?
It's like a yes.
Are you gonna name that shit that? Is that going to be the name of the fucking Dalton Pond by fucking Golden Goat? Is Golden Showers?
Golden Shower. Oh,
It's funny.
Dalton
Well, Kingfisher was trying to try and convince Thunder Dan to call it the Golden Pond, right? Which is a good name. I like it, but then Golden Shower just came to mind.
You were saying Dalton's goat.
What was the name? Wait, that was a lake. It wasn't a pond. Well, it was kind of. I mean, it was a lake. Never mind. I was gonna say, what was the name of the lake where fucking the lady gave Excalibur out of?
Good question.
Fuck, I don't remember. That'd be a cool name for something like that, right? Badass cross involves pond water, yada yada yada. Give it something cool like that.
Yeah.
But only nerds like who can't remember it would fucking think it's awesome. So, you know what? Fucking A noob. Come to the Discord, people. Have some fun. You know what? I've been loving seeing lately a lot of just people in there. So I haven't had time. I got a lot of shit going on, and but there's been a lot of people hanging out regularly. Big sessions in the Discord. People are fucking chatting, having a good time, bullshitting, fucking. It's always a pretty good fucking vibe there in one of those Discord chats. So. I'm loving seeing it, and yeah, right. If you guys haven't fucking joined, come join. It's a really good time.
Oh yes, link is in
Full
the
of
description
fucking
below. We've got Noob posting up links. We're easy to find.
It's all right, Big Word. Just curious. So, but no, man, fucking our Discord community is such a good community, and it doesn't, it never fails to, even, if you're kind of wake up in kind of a grumpy mood, to just open up the thing, see a bunch of fucking people saying good morning, and then the nonsense fucking starts. It's you can get a smile on your face pretty fucking quick.
Yeah,
there's a whole lot of fucking weed porn going on.
Yeah, it's a good spot, man. Today's age, a lot of times you get busy, and you're as you get a little older too, you grow away from some of your friendships you've had locally and whatnot. So it's a good spot to meet like-minded people, and be able to see, maybe not in the flesh, but face to face at least with the cameras and stuff. So yeah, it's a good spot.
Yeah, it is, man. And like I said, we all in community fucking driven and guarded. It's there's not a lot of bullshit. We keep a good vibe in there, and we're gonna keep a fucking good vibe in there. even when I see motherfucker, we're gonna be good. But no, it's, and that's it. When the community keeps it cool, we don't put up with that bullshit, that nonsense, all them, arguing about dumb shit. It's a great place to just come and chill and talk about fucking flower,
all the stuff we love.
And
Rusty just pissed all over my cornflakes. But it's good to know, because now we don't have to call it golden shower and then find out that somebody else already scooped the name on us. So thanks for the heads up, actually, Rusty. It's a fucking great name, though. Can't help but laugh a little bit.
Fucking
right. I mean, I've still always got that childish bit in me, but as I roll out and I try to do my thing and bring this out, I'm going to try to keep it more on the, medical, we're going to try to keep it with the name that's fairly respectful, or, grown up shit. But I mean, at a point, I like a little bit of childish humor in there. There's a point. It's a very fine fucking line. It's a very fine, because there's other ones that are very similarly named where I'm like, that is bullshit. I hate that.
Yeah. Well, I get that. Well, it's kind of like we were on opposite sides of this one, but we were talking about like reach around there. Right. Fairly recent, right? Now, to me, that almost sounds like something Jinx would name. Like, I don't think he would, but it does kind of almost have a Jinx sounding name to it, right? It's
Dalton's goat. Dude, wait, fucking.
Fucking Jace R. Kelly instead of golden shower.
Oh.
Cheers, brother. That's hilarious.
We have a high quality following here.
Now that's fucking funny.
Yeah, that's on point. That's comedy right there.
I love it. I think it's great. And that's what keeps me from coming on back every week, because we got rad motherfucking people like that that'll just throw something out there that just damn near make me hit the deck laughing. Love it.
Oh, fuck, right? Thunder showers. I like it. I fucking like it. Oh, fuck. Oh, we out. Doing the work.
Well, yeah, got to get these nitrogen depleted leaves out of the middle there.
Yeah, they've done their work. They're done.
They've done their work. Yeah, this is the Banana Daddy times Black Widow, the one that sits right off the side of the deck here. I love having a plant here because for this reason right here. I can sit and have my coffee and stuff, and when this is a nice fully developed bud, it's just going to be like, oh yeah. We're into week something or other. Getting some stacking happening.
Yeah. You know what we've been slacking on? This is absolutely ridiculous. Fucking get some, baby. Get some.
Got some berries happening. I apologize if there's any wind noise.
So Fucking how are all of right? You know what? Weather, all that good stuff. How are the BAMs doing out there with the fucking weathers? You know, they shaking around good. You get many broken branches. Like, how's she feeling?
Everything's golden over here, man. It's
My God, it doesn't even look like you touched that middle one.
I know. They're bushed right out. I got to get back in and do some cleaning up, but you know, you're stacking up nice. The spacing's great. I can't complain. It's just a little thick, but that's kind of just, it is what it is, man.
You can see how that one is maybe gonna give you a little bit of like the wedding cake shape. You know, look at that towards like your wedding cake over there, and you can see that fucking orb-like growth, that same leaf structure. That you can kind of see the influence of the wedding cake inside of that plant right there. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is very, very thick. That's a thick girl.
Yeah, she a thick girl.
Yeah. Well, same with the sister. The middle one's a little less.
I'm loving the sister, man. That middle one still has got me. That's the one.
Yeah, it's stretched all right, but then there's this thing. Sorry for the wind, guys. It's real windy out here, but
it's not bad on our end, at least not from what I hear. Why do we not hold on here? Bam.
I don't hear any wind.
They're tight.
Oh, beautiful. She's stacking nice. That whole top's a fucking stack, ain't it?
There's going to be a lot of there's going to be a couple nice big colas on top of this plant. And my pathways are starting to close up. I like that when I got to kind of do the shimmy in here.
Yep.
We getting any funk off them ladies? Can you get anything yet besides just or are they even giving off that kind of just pre-gassy fucking?
It's they stink. Skunky, they're robust. They got that weed smell.
Yeah, getting that fucking kind of general skunk weed smell right now.
Yeah, they're not cakey. That's for sure.
Okay, good.
Then there's that wedding cake, the big globe. Yeah, it's the structure on this thing it doesn't grow very big, but it grows thick. And it's got some nice healthy leaves on it too. I always like that little turn up on the end of the leaves there. You see a lot of the strains have like identifying characteristics to their leaves, right? So garlic stretched up now. It's got to be whatever. I'm 5'10". It's up there in the seven or so foot range, but not really producing the big buds yet. These are a little bit behind. They're starting, but they're not too developed yet. Oh, look, here we go. Baby ladybug.
Yeah, boy.
Go get them. Yeah, we do have aphids out here. What do you do? Right. You're just glad to see these other beneficials in there moving around and helping you out.
So, have you thought about or I think we mentioned maybe you wanting to try something, but with giving them a good wash down, give them a good physical removal and knockdown, and then put some of like that like stem goo, like glue on the fucking bottom so the bugs can't crawl back up that stem. Have you thought about trying that to what, like just one of the plants or?
No, because the aphids I find they do fly as well too, right? So
you're gonna get some, but I just wonder how much more of a deterrent you would get. It's a thing that I want to try next year. I've not tried it on my cannabis plants. I've tried it on other like garden plants before, and it works great as a deterrent for a lot of shit. It keeps a lot of pressure off your fucking plants if you know the bugs are there.
You know what? I have the way I do the trimming is I could easily.
It's perfect for it. It's absolutely perfect for it.
Wrap some, get like the caterpillar stuff they sell to wrap on trees. So just like that, so the caterpillars can't crawl up the trunk, right? But this one here, the Mendo Breath, this is the one that's farthest ahead.
Oh, hell yeah.
And that's going to be a big chonker. This thing stacks buds. So this will be a bud from fucking leaf hopper crunch. from where my hand is, that's going to be a cola.
That's awesome.
That's why I love outdoor.
Yeah, I got to get back on trying to like post on Instagram and shit because I took some of like the Granddaddy Black Outdoors and right, I have literal colas this like the length and width of like my forearm already out there, and it's just like how fucking early were you going? Like, how did I not realize? But that thing is, yeah, it's just a rocker, man. It starts, it goes, and it just fucking pushes. I wish, you know, I think we tried last year to go outdoors for me to take you out there, and I think it failed every time, didn't it?
I don't recall, but I feel like you probably have tried at some point because I find to believe we've been doing this long and you've never tried taking us outside. You know,
and I think what happens is I lose that connection, I lose the fucking shit, and then it just gets frustrating. Oh yeah, and the StreamYard makes the phone too hot too fast. Like by the time I walk out to the fucking garden, it's like, nope, you're done, buddy. So anytime I fucking have to walk out there with a computer or something, or just actually post them on my Instagram.
I might be getting a new phone here pretty soon. I was the carrier that I switched to more than a few months ago now, I guess they use the same system as one of the big main carriers, TELUS here in Canada. And I've been getting emails from them saying, oh, come switch to TELUS instead of this Koodo thing you're using because their service sucks. It does. And, you know, we'll give you a really good data plan for even cheaper than you're paying now and possibly even a new phone. And I'm like, that could be an idea. A free new phone. Who doesn't want that? Because my kid has a phone that's nothing fancy at all. And I can be sitting there right beside her taking a video or a picture. And it's like, I'll think I've got like a kind of sort of a decent picture. And then I look at her screen and see how much clearer shit is. And I'm just like, damn. And if all I have to do is, you know, go on fucking line or something like that and buy a fucking cell phone case to keep it from breaking, then that sounds like a pretty good deal. So we'll try doing that. Because I got an email with my bills there a couple months ago saying that I was like, I owed like, what the hell was it? Like freaking negative $183. And I'm like, what the fuck? How is that possible? Because every payday I have a certain amount that just goes automatically fucking internet banking, right? Fucking goes on to my phone bills and breaks it up so that I should actually be getting ahead if anything. And so that I was like, oh shit. And then like go and drop like a fair size fucking payment on there to pay it off. Because I'm like, I don't want my phone to get cut off and all that shit. Can't talk to my kid or anything. And then turns out that what actually happened was that I fucking was paying a little bit more for so I actually had a surplus. I didn't owe them that $185. They owed me $185. So then when I panicked and paid off that $185, they actually owed me like fucking
$400.
Yeah, so now they're basically, I think that's what they're trying to do now is like they sent me among one of the many emails that they sent me was like, you know, like, hey, you don't have to pay your bill for a few months because we're good. But then they started also offering like, well, you know, like friggin' how about, you know, basically a free new phone. And I think maybe the gist of that is they just want to keep that money if I get a new phone. I'll have to read the fine printing a little bit better, but at the same time, I felt really stupid when I realized that I was actually, because how often is it that like bill collectors actually owe you? That's fucking awesome. I was like, felt like I was in a power position, and then I fucking panicked, and now
I'm not allowed to have this much power over anybody.
Yeah, I know, right? Look what happens when I do. I just fucking start throwing money away like I'm fucking rich. I could have got that. Could have been like 2 concert tickets right there.
Lavender. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever heard lavender works on them.
I don't know if I still have them, but I used to have some lavender feminized seeds, cannabis seeds that my mom bought me, and I just wasn't interested, I'll be honest. Once I read lavender on there, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I was good.
I don't know when I've come across some of these weird potpourri funks, like as long as they have something else with them, I'm all right. But if it's just like a straight floral, sometimes those are really hard to, at least to vape down, and I imagine if it really transferred well to smoke, to smoke as well. But that might be a little gentler on the smoke, is just from the general way it's gonna, come through. So
Well, on those lavender seeds I was speaking of, from what I recall, the parentage on them was actually pretty decent sounding strains. I can't recall what it was, but I remember thinking, that doesn't actually sound bad. But it was like, this is like when I was first kind of starting out as a grower, and you're freaking, you got shit like White Widow that you can run through. What are you going to pick, lavender or White Widow? When you've been hearing about White Widow since the mid 90s, and you got those seeds in your hands, you ain't running lavender. Come on, same with like sour diesel.
fucking, that's what I'm talking about, Dan. Banker plants are even like fucking watching like the bug pressure on a fucking specific leaf. You know what I mean? You can wait until you really see them kind of move out of spots and make that colony and just be like, and you're fucking gone. You know what I mean? So even like trying to get rid of them like fucking right off the get-go. It's like, oh my God, I saw that fucking 3 marks right there. And then, I'm going to get rid of that. And, you kind of keep them all fucking spread out everywhere. Keeping them in a single place is a very, very awesome tactic. It minimizes fucking loss. Yeah, it's just right. It's smart. It's smart farming and gardening. So, right, Dan? Big salute to them fuckers. I do it. I like it. Banker plants are the shit. I just hate losing one. Because they always like the one I like too. And I'm like, man, fuck. What are we fucking shooting? We got flies?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. You ever tried having a nap? You're laying on the couch and you get like, you're wearing shorts and you get like a fly that lands on your foot and you shake your foot and it lands on like your knee or something like that. And it just plays that game while you're trying to nap. That was me yesterday. And so flies in my house can fucking die because I don't want that happening today. I feel like I could probably get away with a nap.
Fucking right, Dan. That fucking shit. Yeah, dude. Have you tried to like get one on your foot with the salt gun? Does the salt hurt?
No, not that badly.
Oh, okay.
Like it's like, I could do like, right. You feel it. It's not bad at all, huh? It's not enough to even make you say ow, right? Like it'll take out a fly, but more often than not, when it does take out a fly, it's, unless you get it kind of directly, it's just going to shred the wings so it can't fly off again. And then you can really fuck it up, because if you're lucky, you can shoot the fucker 3 or 4 times before it dies and really prolong its torture. For us sick, morbid fucking kids in us that just want to do that. You want to try and take out like a hornet or something like that. It's strong enough that it'll stun it and put it down. But once again, unless they shredded its wings, that thing will fucking be up and flying around before long.
I feel like that's super interesting. They must have toned those things down over the years, because I feel like when I first remember those coming out, if you shot it like close like you did, just to your hand, like that shit would have left fucking welt with the salt.
Dude,
like,
they sell it at Cabela's, right? Well,
Yeah.
I guess they sell full-on real guns at Cabela's too, so that's not really a good comparison. But this is basically just an exaggerated fucking Nerf gun that shoots salt, really.
Right.
It does work. It is a lot of fun to play with, but it's not it could be more efficient. Now, if you could like even double up the pressure of the salt coming out of there, that would be cool.
Hey, Ray. Yeah, right. But I feel like they used to, man. Back in the day, I feel like you could knock a fucking fly down at like 15 foot away. Like if you shot him like 5 foot away, it'd like shred them fuckers.
Yeah, no, this thing, it's like, you more than about 2 feet away, it would be hard to do.
Hey Raider, you're in the city, buddy. You're gonna have to sweet talk her with a lot of really good pizza at Boo Fest. But I bet if you do that, it'll work.
Oh, yes.
Although she's already fucking getting prepped up for the fucking carrot cake that we're bringing. So I'm fucking excited. I love fucking carrot cake, and I really, really, really love my wife's carrot cake.
Dude, I'm a really big fan of a good carrot cake. Like, huge.
Like, I think at this point, she fucking makes me wait until fucking Booth Fest, and then everyone and every great once in a while, she's like, "All right, I made you a carrot cake," and I'm like, "Oh," and I'm like, it's almost like one of those things, like back in like the early 90s and 80s and shit on like the TV shows, like the husband would like bring in the fucking rose and thing, and she'd be like, "What'd you do?" And I feel like that's what happens when the wife cooks a carrot cake. I want to be like, "What'd you do?" You know, I'm gonna fucking not give a shit about anything right now.
Yeah.
Or she's just the best person in the world and tries to make me happy on a bad day. I don't know, but yes, I agree. There's no fucking walnuts in the fucking.
I hate walnuts. I fucking hate walnuts. Yeah. Say within the banana bread, keep them the fuck out. My old lady likes to put chocolate chips in the banana bread, and she needs to fucking knock that shit off.
Have you told her that?
Yes.
Okay.
Multiple times. This is like a losing argument.
Oh, she's about the chocolate chip life in the fucking carrot or in the bread, huh?
Yeah, and so is the kid, I think. So I think that's where I get out.
Oh.
And like, she doesn't love me enough to make my own, which is fair enough. I get not making two. But you know how awesome it'd be if she did love me enough to make me my own banana bread loaf? I'd be fucking like, I would just make a fool of myself. That's one of those things where I can eat a lot of banana bread or carrot cake. Now, I'll take a good carrot cake over banana bread any day. So. Yeah, right. I agree with that, Kingfisher. Now you can do fun stuff, like sometimes put like a bit of Nutella or something like that on banana bread if you're kind of looking for that specifically, but I don't like to have the chocolate already preloaded in there. I agree, Art, man. Banana bread is fucking great. Absolutely. I guess we've gotten to that part of the show, but hey, 15 minutes left. That sounds about right. I think I'm going to start the day with my usual morning smoothie. I haven't had one of them in a hot minute, so.
I don't know why I'm so bad at that. My wife buys stuff to make fucking smoothies, and I'm just like the worst about actually fucking making one. And I love them. Like, they're great. It's a great way to start the fucking morning.
Absolutely, it is.
Oh, yeah.
I get in and out of it. So one of the things I've started doing is when we do these road trips, like the kid and I did last weekend, is you can get those like Boost. They're supposed to be a meal replacement shake, come in a little like milk juggy looking thing. You get them from like the pharmacy section at your grocery store. I'll grab those, and again, the kid and I'll each have like a couple of those in a day because it seems like it's just you're not eating properly and stuff like that. And oftentimes when, like, say, actually Metallica, the first night we get there is a perfect example. You're on the floor, you get into that stadium at 4:00 in the afternoon, you get to that rail, and if you want to maintain your spot at that front rail, you ain't moving until 11:00 at night when that show ends. So that's about a 7-hour stretch of we're sitting in there and you ain't fucking eating for that while. So things like meal replacements and shit like that, where it's, you know, you got your protein and all that stuff in there.
Well, you're gonna bring some MREs with you or some shit? Just fucking
Good.
just do it so you can do that.
No, because they're disgusting.
I've heard they make some.
I remember. Oh, I'm sure they do, but I remember the ones from when I was in Army Cadets, that brief while I was there, and fuck that. It's like PTSD going back damn near 30 years.
Yeah, my old man used to fucking hate and talking about the fucking MREs and shit, and then We used to go to try to find some like camping ones or like, some of the survival ones. They're really making shit that's supposed to be decent now, right? But so I tried a while back ago to get him to fucking eat some. And like you said, man, it looked like fucking straight up PTSD from the Army days.
It's actually, though, if I were to go into like an Army Navy store or something like that, where you're going to get your camping gear and something like that, is something I would, depending on what it is, I think that would be a big part of it. Depending on what it is, I'd probably would be willing to try something like that out, because that's the kind of stuff that would really, it's good to have. Like, once again, if it's not nasty, you can throw that in the car, and if you get eaten on that trip, fucking awesome. If not, sweet, I mean, if I go throw it in the fucking cupboard back when we get home or whatever. I've never tried the deep fried zucchini, big word, but I can imagine. This is funny because zucchini is something that I've started enjoying in the last year. Now, the only way I really care much for it is if it's like grilled on a barbecue. That's the only way I've tried it, really, to be honest. Because I still don't just like straight zucchini. You're not ever going to see me just munching on it like that. But just last night, that was dinner, right? We had burgers, and I grilled up some zucchini and some fennel, which you guys have heard me talk about enough times now. Grilled fennel is like one of my absolute favorite foods. I could just fucking eat that.
I feel like zucchini has to be like the right thickness and cookedness. Otherwise, it's just a slimy, floppy, weird piece of shit.
Yeah, I thought I cut like fucking at least inch thick coins, basically, and throw that on the barbecue and let them. That way you got some substance there, because they do still get mushy, for like, absolutely. And I like to cook them till they're like crispy and black on both sides. Get that char taste.
I will say, like, but the deep fried zucchini, if you made it like a nice, like, small, almost like not shoestring, a little bigger than French fry style, right? And dip that. It's not really that bad. Little fucking weird when you get to that slimy inside, but if you coat it thick enough, it's not bad. Like, I can do it that way, but that's about fucking it. Yeah, zucchini is just one of those weird ones. Like that whole family of weird ass, like zucchini, cucumber, all that shit. It's just fucking weird. It's slimy, fucking crunchy water, with minimal flavor. I don't know.
Yeah, see, like I was, for the longest time, I was like, you couldn't get me to eat zucchini for nothing. Fuck that. I was like, I'll pick it out. But now there's like, man, my list of like 7 things I won't fucking eat is like, it's getting down. It's like olives. And I think olives might be the only, because like cabbage used to be on there, but I'm like, damn, and I still don't like cabbage, but I'm like, I can do sauerkraut from time to time. Sauerkraut on a smoky.
I would touch sauerkraut before I fucking even came anywhere near an olive. Olives can still go fuck off all day.
Yeah, I can't see myself ever eating them.
No, like, I don't know how I used to do it. I used to fucking eat the pimentos out of the middle, and I was totally cool with that. Like, but now if an olive has touched my food, like, I will fucking know. Like, I can taste it, and I'm just like, oh, olives are very much in the vinegar fucking family with me. That shit is very close to eating. Go fuck off. I don't like it.
See, that Kingfisher, that's like one of the few times where like you can get me to eat something like that. Well, it's not like I won't eat cabbage and that, but that and stuff like egg rolls, or even like a pad thai or a chop suey, or not chop suey. What's the word? Chow mein. That's the word I was looking for. I'll throw it in there. I can handle it in places like that, but you like stuff like cabbage rolls, like fuck that, like, Mr. Green Fingers, what the hell? Yeah, sorry, we must agree to disagree on this subject matter. He's an olives fan, no worries. It's like one of my foremen at work, Rod. He was like, he'll bring a jar of olives to work and just start mowing them, and I'll just be like,
don't get it. I don't get it, man. Right? We go by like every super great once in a while. We'll go to like a store called like Fresh Time, and they have this huge fucking olive section with all these different stuffed olives and shit. And like, I avoid that whole section of the fucking store, dude. Like, that's how much I like despise them. But I know there's that many people that fucking love them that much that then it's just funny.
I can't walk by the self-serve olive fucking thing.
Oh, right, dude? It's so gross. So fucking gross.
It smells like puke. Something. Like, I don't get it.
Oh,
But yeah,
Jay,
I like things
Dave-
that people don't like and all that. So it's like, whatever. I get it, right? No. Not so much. Like I
What
like.
the hell?
I will take olives on pizza.
dude, that's disgusting. Not a chance. I'll pick every one of them motherfuckers off of there.
Dude, I won't even
I
eat
would
the fucking
rather pick
pizza.
them
The
off.
olives have already ruined the taste of the fucking pizza the second they touched it. So I won't even fucking eat it anymore.
That's it. They've already tainted it, so it's like they do have a salty thing to them, but like, yeah, the taste of an olive is just
Yo, man, we had this restaurant in the mid. It was called, I think it's still around. It's called Potbellies. And they have this weird olive section in it. And them motherfuckers, like, I don't know if they just drip olive juice all over fucking everything, but like, I can't go in the fucking store. Like, I won't eat at that place anymore because everything in that place tastes like fucking olives. And it's like,
We have
made me gag just thinking about that shit.
we got a bunch of nasty motherfuckers in the live chat, is what I'm fucking reading here this morning.
Right?
that's just nasty.
I love every one of y'all, but y'all's nasty.
I love you, but you nasty. Right? Like,
Nah, that's cheers. It's funny though. It just goes to show it's like taste buds and stuff like that, and different like biology, right? Just like different strains hit different people differently. We all have different taste buds, different things that we do and don't like eating. And as long as, once again, you ain't hurting nobody while you're fueling your body, well, nothing wrong with it.
all right, where did this fucking comment go? So I love asparagus. I'm not sure what I think about pickled asparagus. I've seen it. I've actually never fucking tried it, and I think I
It's
might
awesome.
be the same way.
Dude,
Because-
pickled asparagus and stuff like that is wicked. Pickled beans is another one that's fucking awesome.
Bro, like artichoke hearts. Fucking I will
Never tried
smash
that.
a jar of fucking artichoke hearts. Fucking love that shit. Just right out of there.
I
And
don't think
then,
I've ever tried them.
oh, fucking love that.
I've
But-
tried them with other stuff like it's artichokes and sauces and stuff like that, but I don't think I've ever tried just artichokes.
Oh yeah, I can sit there and fucking like canned mushrooms. Oh, I'll just sit there and fucking go to town. Like nothing else. Just the fucking drain the water out, eat the fucking mushrooms.
I
Right out
can't
of
do the canned mushrooms, but if you got like we go to the grocery store and get the brown paper bag full of mushrooms, like we just picked themselves, I've been known to eat the better part of an entire bag of mushrooms. Yep. Because I enjoy the taste of them. Always have.
It fucking rained. It was raining around here the other day, and I have a bunch of the jelly ears. Those really wonky looking, fucked up. And so I went out yesterday to try to fucking go ahead and pick some because we were cooking some steak and shit. And so I was like, but I only found like one good size. Fuck, I should get it. It's in the thing right there. It's like this fucking big, just one big floppy, weird looking ear that I threw in the dehydrator. But yeah, that's what I was hoping. I went walking around the yard hoping I'd get enough mushrooms to do like a saute. But my wife's really starting to question my life decisions because I'm constantly walking out trying to find good fucking mushrooms in the yard to eat.
See, I want to get, I would like to take a mushroom foraging class because I've got a couple books on mushrooms that'll tell you what's edible, what's not. Problem is there's a few that look close enough that are totally edible and fine, that look close enough to something that may or may not fuck you up. And I don't trust my judgment that well yet. So it'd be really cool to take some kind of foraging class on the subject. And that way, if I had someone actually show me, okay, this is a turkey tail, or this isn't a fault, or this is a false turkey tail, which I believe the difference is not life and death. It's just you don't really get any medicinal value out of the false turkey tails, I believe. I could be wrong, right? But if they're not going to get any benefit from it, why pick them, sort of thing, right? So it'd be good to kind of go out and have a good understanding, because I would love that. Morels, I know morels when I spot those, at least, but
Right. Well, and that's the thing, man. I mean, they very well can just be good mushrooms around you. And some, like I said, some of them you just find a bunch and it might be perfectly edible. It just won't be worth a fuck to eat. Like it'll either be like stringy or tough or or it
Yeah.
just won't have a fucking flavor, or it'll have kind of a bitter, kind of gross flavor. You know, I mean, some just aren't that great to fucking eat. A lot of them, you know, they just that are edible, they're just not great.
Yeah, see, thanks for that, Grape. That's kind of my thing. And like you guys hear me say this fairly frequent. I'm a third generation forestry worker. But my foraging skills, like I know I'm pretty good with berries, but that's when it comes to other stuff. And even there's a lot of berries where I just like I do not know. You kind of get your ones that you're used to seeing throughout most of the province in which I'm traveling, right? Your obvious stuff like your raspberries, blackberries, Saskatoons, all the stuff that most of us already know. And then when you get into weird stuff into new territory, you're just like, well, start asking people, what's that? Can I eat it? Is it good?
Yeah. I think it just doesn't make the headlines new, but fucking, you know, they're there a little bit. Like I was actually, we was just talking with my buddy yesterday about a family that died because of potatoes. Whole family, potatoes killed them. And it was because basically, by the sounds of like the article or whatever, the way he was explaining it, you know, it was harvest time and they bring all their fucking stuff down to the root cellar, right? Well, they had their onions next to their fucking potatoes and or just enough potatoes that started resprouting. And what happens is they create a gas, you know, that when they're sprouting, create a gas that is toxic to some humans, a lot of humans. And so they had enough down in the fucking basement in their root cellar that were sprouting that it filled that place full of gas. And they kept sending people down and they just kept fucking dying. You know, kind of like the whole confined space situation if you're a construction worker.
Just gonna say that's confined space 101. You see somebody, well, that's work site of a place, really. You don't just go running to help when you see someone down if you don't know what's up. Fucking stop and survey the scene.
Yeah.
Especially if they're down in a hole.
Yeah, he was telling us about that one. I never even fucking thought about it. Fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Just to think of that. Especially considering, you know, like my grandmother, I lived in her house for a while. It had a fucking legit root cellar, you know, and that's what they did. They harvested everything. It went into the fucking root cellar. So she kept that practice on until the day she died. And when I took over that house, there was still a lot of that stuff in there. You know, I like ate for a bit off of the shit that was still down in that root cellar. Yeah, you know, it was crazy. But you know, as say like a new gardener, because back then I was like just like in my 20s and shit. You know, if I was had a good potato harvest, I fucking would have killed my damn self. You know, it's crazy to think about because you know her root cellar was really small. She was feeding, you know, or they did what they did at the time. You know, you only had so much space to do what you could. So you know, a tight root cellar like that, you could easily fill up with fucking gas and kill yourself. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Your exposure. Anywho. So, but no, it's the same thing, right, man? Right. I don't eat any mushrooms unless that shit is like, right. I know that's a good one, right? You can't misidentify the couple that I know that I can pull out and eat, right? It's the only fucking one. So it works out. You know, you just got to pick them right? You're not eating fucking rotten mushrooms and things like that, you know, especially when it's a kind of a weird mushroom, you know, it's already got a weird texture. You know, it's hard to tell which texture. What's up?
I said it'll get you.
Yeah.
Got to know what you're doing with food preservation.
Yeah. Yeah, that ain't. Yeah, dude. Food preservation is something to learn. If you're gonna garden and then you're all like, "Woo, I get to save all this shit." Make sure you're saving it properly because you know it fucking go rotten or fuck with you know or next thing you know you're just canning fucking E. coli inside your shit and
yep.
So
I've got a computer stuff question for well, not you guys because I'd be shocked if you guys knew. But everyone in the live chat, dudes like Kingfisher that are smart as shit when it comes to this kind of stuff. What is the difference between like a FLAC file or FLAC and an ALAC file. Because I'm looking at downloading some. I'm assuming they're all audio because like my other options are like MP3 and shit like that. I'm assuming it's all audio, just I don't know the differences between them. I'm wondering which one that I want because
Like
when
which one
I
would give you a better quality audio and or like
yeah, and just also what are they? What
parts out of?
yeah, because what the deal is with the Metallica tour that they're doing, the one that I went and saw, every show on the tour they've recorded and they're releasing it, a live show of it. And I'm pretty sure it's all audio and that there's no like Blu-ray or anything cool like that with the video. But it's still cool how who wouldn't want to go to a concert and be able to have that fucking show recorded that you can go back to and listen to at some point. I just wondered which one that I want. Fully lossless audio. Okay. Now, what is lossless? I'm guessing that there's some kind of degradation that's when you go to MP3 that you're not getting with the FLAC is my guess. You will need a FLAC files extractor. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, I'm no good with that computer stuff.
Yeah. Well, but also another cool thing though. So I was fucking around on this Metallica website there, looking at that because I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I want to be able to listen to that show again. But they've been doing like recording and just about and selling every show. It looks like going back to 2004, and even have a whole bunch before that. And you go into the vault, they've even got a show with Dave Mustaine on guitars before Cliff Burton joined the band on there from 1982. And y'all know me, I'm mental for Megadeth, Dave Mustaine. So I'm like, fuck, you gotta, and you know what? James Hetfield singing back then, it actually sounds like it's Dave Mustaine on vocals. Like it's just so not great that it's funny. Yeah.
Fuck, I love this, man. I said, just do the MP3, fuck the rest. And it's like, that's something I realized that I'm like, you know what? That's how I realize I'm getting old because I'm like, I'm comfortable with MP3. I know MP3. I learned it. Like that was the thing. And so I'm kind of like, yeah, fuck that other bullshit. But in realizing that, right, these new files and waves and things are because they can make it better. This is advancement, and probably in one of those ways that isn't really a harmful advancement, right? It's just an advancement. It makes it a little better, easier, and nicer. So this is one of those ones. It's okay. You don't have to be stuck in the past. We can advance.
Okay. Thanks for that, Kingfisher. That's actually really good layman's terms. I think that, or as the nutty professor would say, rich dummy terms, but I'm not that rich. Pretty dumb though.
So that would mean like when you're listening. So a lot of times I love watching car audio competitions, specifically like the fucking bass. I mean, when they get the girl in there and it's fucking the hairs, right? But all you hear on the audio is. So is that the FLAC file actually gives you the ability to hear that? Like, I think they play it at like 37 fucking hertz or something like that. So it gives you the ability to fucking hear all of those tones in actual clarity. That would definitely make it cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Because right, when you fucking cell phone concerts, you get a lot of fucking weird clippy shit, and it's all fucking gross.
Dude, we fuck yeah. A funny example of that is when we were at Lamb of God. Abigail was filming. She'll usually film like the first song of every set that she sees if she's in a position where she can. And Laid to Rest was the first song Lamb of God played, and the drums on that are just it's like a tractor, right? And but on the recording, if you go onto her YouTube channel, Hurricane Abigail, and listen to it and turn it up, if you were in a car with a lot of bass, I think it could make you sick. because the drums are so exaggerated. You can hear the music, but the drums are just so amped up over everything else. Like it recorded them at a louder frequency or whatever, whereas you can still hear everything. And it makes you almost feel sick just listening to it. Like even with like headphones or on your computer, like, holy fuck.
I'm going to have to go out to the garage and fire up the fuck Camaro later and try that.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Because that happens all the time, or like when because like your cell phone recording, what do you expect? And then the funny thing is, you get people that are bitching about the quality of the recording on YouTube and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, what do you expect? Like, it's a cell phone. We're not pros here. It's just looking to fucking bank memories somewhere so that my kid can go back and watch them if she chooses. You know, it's your opinion is not, don't care.
So I've been playing around. Might even eventually put it out as like a fucking channel. Me playing on the lathe. It's just something that I could actually put out there and not have to worry about. There's no no way to get fucking restrictions and shit like that. I guess it would if I fucking chop my finger off or some shit, right, and put it up there. But it's just one of those things, and you're like, right, it's like, do I want to put it up there because and let everybody in? Because then like, our community's awesome, right? We have a great fucking community, and I've seen the assholes who like to fucking put their opinion in on every goddamn thing everywhere, and it's like, do I want to put up? Am I mentally able to not, fucking be like, all right, listen here, asshole.
There's a few times where I've like, what was it? One of the Marilyn Manson songs that we recorded, somebody was talking about how, I was like basically talking about some kind of clicking noise in their left speaker or some shit like that. And I'm just like, you know what? Like, the difference between you and me is we were out there fucking in the moment living and having a great time. And you're sitting in your mom's basement bitching about the fucking quality of somebody's cell phone video. You know? And then they were actually pretty apologetic after that, which I was like, I don't know, should I feel bad for? But like, it's like, man, like it takes longer to type out some fucking shitty negative comment than it does to just keep on going. And fucking, you don't like the video, keep on fucking moving. Like, it's not hard.
Yeah, it's always been me, man. I just don't waste my time bitching about other people's shit usually, because it's like, why? It's just a waste of my fucking time. So
I got better shit to do. It's just like if you're, it's like at the workplace where if you don't like someone, you just don't even talk to them, right? You don't fuck with them. You don't give them a harder time. Just don't even fucking talk to them. Don't even pay them time of day. Type shit like that, right?
Yeah, the problem is I do that to the people I like too. I mean, that's an unfortunate. I just kind of like avoid my, the actual interaction unless I'm in public type thing. So, but yeah, I get, I get exactly that. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't interact good sometimes. Well, if we're looking at the time, I guess we're into the OT, so time to start wrapping her up and get on with the day. I'm hoping to get some transplanting done today. I got to sterilize more cocoa because I'm just, there's nowhere for me to get soil around here today because all our stores that do that kind of thing are closed. And that sucks. So
Rusty was doing this thing here. They were talking about saffron, and I literally almost thought about doing this myself. I had a long talk with my sister because that shit is stupid expensive. And I was like, right, I understand. You only get 3 pistils off of every flower for a fucking saffron plant. Like, that's just all you get. And so I was kind of asking her, like, what, how do you actually make money off that? Because she deals with a lot of that shit. And I think she said it's like you need almost a half acre of it, and then split into kind of like 2 progressive runs to do fucking harvest to kind of, so you just need an absolute fuck ton of it to go. It's not super hard, from my understanding, to grow. But I do believe that bugs are a big fucking issue with it. So, you know, you have to have a lot of control. You have to be very diligent with it. And I stopped looking into it, but it would definitely be interesting. But that's one of those things. You got to have the space to do that one. You got to have a lot of that shit. So anyway, just wanted to put in a little 2 cents. The only thing that I kind of knew about that.
The breeze smells so good right now.
Oh, I fucking bet, dude. Well, I used to sit in my grow room like that, right? Like I have a fucking lane and a chair in my grow room, so I can sit in my grow room just like that. And I totally get that, man.
Yeah, this is pretty.
Fisher, thank you. Thank you.
Fisher.
Hit that fucking like button on the way out for us, man. We would appreciate that shit. Like, subscribe, do all that fucking crap.
If you've already done it all, share us with a friend so they can do all that crap.
Yeah, that's the big thing, man. Fucking you guys already did all that stuff, but hit us a thumbs up because you guys are fucking awesome. But fucking share this shit. Get us out there. We like to bullshit with everybody. Grow this and make this fucking better.
Throw some, smoke some. Love everybody.
There you go, buddy.
Oh, big word with the fancy word.